45,000 years ago, in the frozen steppes of Europe, one of the most decisive encounters in human history took place. Imagine our ancestors, those first modern explorers, cautiously advancing into unknown territory. They had no idea they were about to encounter another species of humans that would leave an indelible mark on their DNA. This extraordinary story has just been revealed thanks to a groundbreaking scientific discovery. Researchers have successfully sequenced the complete genomes of humans who lived more than 42,000 years ago. What makes this discovery so fascinating is that it reveals the secrets of our earliest European ancestors and their fateful encounter with Neanderthals. Let's transport ourselves to this Europe of another time. It is the end of the Pleistocene, a time when glaciers advance and retreat with the climate cycles. The landscape is dominated by huge woolly mammoths, thick-skinned rhinoceroses, and cave lions. But above all, this land has belonged to Neanderthals for hundreds of thousands of years. These robust cousins of humanity have developed remarkable adaptations to the extreme cold. Their stocky bodies, prominent brow ridges, and sophisticated tools are evidence of remarkable intelligence. They have mastered fire, bury their dead, and even create adornments. When our Homo sapiens ancestors arrived from Africa, they entered a territory already occupied by these masters of Arctic survival. What happened during this historic encounter? Genetic evidence reveals that it was not simply a case of cohabitation. No, there was something much more intimate: unions between our species. Even today, every non-African person carries between 1 and 4% Neanderthal DNA. We are all heirs to this prehistoric love story. But here's where the story gets really fascinating. For decades, scientists had only fragments of this story. Until they discovered two exceptional archaeological sites, Zlatý Kuhn in the Czech Republic and the Ilsenhöhle Cave in Raníz, Germany. At Zlatý Kuhn, archaeologists unearthed an almost complete skull of a woman who lived around 45,000 years ago. For a long time, this fossil remained an enigma with no clear archaeological context. More than 200 kilometers away, the Raníz cave revealed sophisticated stone tools characteristic of a culture known as Linkombian Renizingers Manawishan, or LRJ for short. Were these tools the work of Neanderthals or modern newcomers? This question haunted researchers. Initial DNA tests on bone fragments from Raníz had revealed that they did indeed belong to modern humans, but these analyses only looked at mitochondrial DNA, which is inherited solely from the mother. It was like trying to piece together a giant puzzle with only a few corner pieces. Everything changed when an international team achieved the feat of sequencing the complete genomes of 13 specimens from Raníz. This technical achievement revealed that the remains represented at least 6 individuals, including a mother and daughter, as well as other members of the same extended family. But the real revelation came when the researchers compared these genomes with that of the woman from Zlatý Kuhn. To their amazement, they discovered close genetic links between this woman and 2 individuals from Raníz. They were part of the same extended family, separated by only a few generations. This discovery finally established the missing link between the archaeological and genetic evidence. One of the Raníz bones, named Raníz 13, was so well preserved that scientists were able to extract a genome of exceptional quality. Combined with the improved genome from Zlatý Kuhn, these data represent the oldest high-quality modern human genomes ever sequenced. These analyses reveal what our European ancestors looked like. Contrary to what one might imagine, they had dark skin, black hair, and brown eyes. Their physical characteristics were therefore very different from those of today's European populations. Researchers also discovered that this pioneering population was remarkably small, probably only a few hundred individuals spread across a vast territory. Imagine these small nomadic groups navigating the hostile landscapes of glacial Europe, struggling to survive in an unforgiving environment. But perhaps the most disturbing discovery is that this pioneering lineage seems to have disappeared completely, leaving no direct descendants in today's populations. They represent a dead branch of the human family tree. What happened to them? Did they succumb to the harsh climate? Were they assimilated by subsequent waves of migration? The mystery remains unsolved. Analysis of these ancient genomes has also helped to pinpoint the date of our encounter with Neanderthals. Using carbon-14 dating and analysis of Neanderthal DNA segments, researchers have established that this crucial interbreeding event occurred between 45,000 and 49,000 years ago, much more recently than previously thought. This discovery implies that at that time, there was still a coherent ancestral population of all present-day non-Africans, before their dispersal and diversification across the globe. We are all descended from this group that experienced this encounter with Neanderthals. These revelations are shaking up our understanding of the colonization of Europe by modern humans. They show us that this history is much more complex than a simple wave of migration. There were comings and goings, local extinctions, and population replacements. Prehistoric Europe was a veritable evolutionary laboratory where different human groups met, mixed, or disappeared. This discovery is just a glimpse of what the future holds. Every new excavation and every technological advance brings us a little closer to our origins. Soon, we will know more about their social structures, their environmental adaptations, and the reasons for their mysterious disappearance. The history of our ancestors continues to unfold, piece by piece, revealing the extraordinary saga that has brought us to where we are today.